Hi, it's Elizabeth Casano, Sapphire Crown Princess with Team Pretty Faces. And we're going to talk about something that you're going to hear a lot as a distributor and as a team leader. And I want you to understand why. The importance of placing a 300 PV order. And, that might get on your nerves to keep hearing it, but you need to understand why and how it's in your best benefit and in your advantage that you do that. And of course, like always, I've got notes that I'm going to refer to, but you're going to hear the words order 300 PV until the cows come home because it is in your best interest. And I want you to know why. So why is this so important? It means different things to different people at different times, but it's universal regardless for every single distributor. Now, 300 PV is always the minimum that you're going to hear, minimum. And I don't like to operate my business or my life from a state of minimum, but I know a lot of people feel safe in knowing that number. And 300 PV is that number. That's the minimum that you should go in and order the first time of the month. And you'll hear another word, it's called front load. And front load means that you go in and place a bulk order on the first, within the first 5 days. And I highly suggest that 300 PV happens in the first 5 days because you cannot sell from an empty wagon. You need to be generating that fresh new revenue and taking pre-orders. And those of you that like to carry a little bit of stock, do that at the beginning of the month, and that sets you up for a successful rest of 30 days. I personally go in and I place a $750 PV order because that gets me 50% off. I'm all about the highest, most effective profit margin, and 750 PV gives me the 50% off, and I'm set for the month. Now, if you're within your first 30 days as a new distributor, 300 PV will get you 50% off. Now, you'll have to place a 300 PV order each time to get 50% off. So that number doesn't stay. The only number that's cumulative and stays is 750 PV. So if you place a 300 PV order, then you place another 300 PV order, then when you go in on a third time, you would only have to do 150 PV to cumulative be at 750 PV. That will keep you at 50% off for the rest of the month. But those of you that are outside of your first 30 days, 300 PV is 40% off, and 750 PV is 50% off. And again, if you didn't watch my previous videos, PV just means product value. It's a universal term since we're in 11 other countries. It's a universal term since we can't say dollars and euros and yen and all those different things. Excuse me. PV is universal through all of the companies, and it's just another word for wholesale. So think of it as a wholesale number based upon the discount, the discount structure that you're at. After your first 30 days, like I said, that's still an excellent discount to get 40% off without having to spend a large amount of your own money or gathering very many pre-orders at all. 300 PV is considered a qualifying order. This term, qualifying order, is something that the DSA, which is the Direct Selling Association, says that every networking company must have as a defining term of business for upline leaders to be able to count other qualified team members. So it's something that is universal for all network marketing companies, that you have to have some sort of a minimal something of who's qualified. And 300 PV is the number that Synergence chose, and they just so happened to attach a really good, lucrative discount to it, 40% off. Not very many network marketing companies can you buy the product at 40% off, and ours even goes up another 10%, up to 50%. So I'll get more into ranks and commission and all that stuff in the later videos, but just know that we have a very generous company that not only complies to industry standards that I was just telling you about, but it also makes the bar very low and profitable for you. And as far as the ranks and stuff goes, that's where the qualifying orders come into play. But 300 PV, again, is the minimum that you need to order because it is a very high profit for you, and it also counts you as a qualified team member. Now, do you want to make money? That's what this is all about, right? Profits and dollars. Do you want to make money, or are you just piddling around? And those of you that are in it for a personal discount, you probably don't care about this anyway, because there are a lot of people that just have a makeup membership for a personal discount, and that's completely fine. But those of you that want to make money need to do it in a profitable way. And I need you to understand that I want you to work your business in that way. Have a plan and work your plan. Personal one-on-one demos, online and in-home demos, events, consistent on social media, Those are all ways that you can gather orders so that you're not having to put in your own personal money. I personally have never ever put in my own family's money at all. I generated pre-orders from my business launch and I ordered from there, and then I used profits from my business to build my stock. And I can definitely teach you how to do that, but you're going to have personal one-on-one demos, online and in-home demos, events, and be consistent on social media. You're just going to have to be a consistent business person that's constantly taking orders, not just asking for orders when you need a few dollars. 750 PV orders, like I said, gets you to the 50% off discount, which means you're making a 50% profit. So you just have to do the math. Like if you're buying a tube of lipstick for $25, do you want to make 25% of that, or do you want to make 50% of that? Because you're selling the tube regardless, right? So I'd rather make 50% profit if I have the opportunity to. And that's what I want you to do as well. So think smart, have a plan, and make the most amount of money that you can from the product that you're going to sell anyway. And in your first 30 days, what we talked about, you've got that fast start opportunity where 300 PV is $600 retail. But you're only paying $300 for that retail, which means you're making $300 profit. The same thing works with the 750 PV when you're outside of your first 30 days. You're buying it for $750 wholesale, right? But you're turning around and selling it for retail, and you're going to have $750 profit at the end of that. Why would you not do that? But you're going to have a plan for taking pre-orders and pre-selling and how you want to build your stock, because stock in hand sells so much faster than just this elusive idea of, yeah, go look at my Facebook page and tell me what you want. Women buy when they can see that. Like, they love to do impulse buys. So definitely have a plan for having some stock, not a ton, but just enough that keeps you current and keeps you motivated. And, do you want to have samples? Do you want to have that built into your idea of selling? One really cool way of, getting that 300 PV order, but also reinvesting your profits, is to sell 6 starter kits. So starter kits are $55. Sell 6 of those, and then also purchase 12 colors that you're going to use to sample from. Because a lot of time, if these women will just get it on their lips, they're gonna buy it. So you need some sort of a sample situation going on. But if you want to just have immediate profit and you need this money now, then sell 12 starter kits. Don't buy the 12 colors with your profits. Just sell 12 starter kits to begin with, and then use all the profits from that. And go pay your car note, go pay for daycare, whatever it is that you're doing this for. But I do say at some point, have a plan for using some of your profits for samples and for stock. Now, outside of your 30 days, let's go, because everybody's going to be outside their 30 days. That's going to go by fast. Like 30 days, you need to have a plan for that, and don't squander that amazing opportunity within your fast starts. So outside of your 30 days, you need to sell 24 starter kits to equal that 750 PV to get you to 50% off. So you want to pre-sell 24 starter kits. Still not a whole lot, or the other thing you could do is you could sell 12 starter kits and 24 colors, because a lot of people maybe want to buy 2 colors and a kit. And if somebody's not going to buy an oops remover every single time, and they're not going to buy a gloss every single time, so you could sell 12 starter kits and the 24 colors. Or here's the biggest kicker: get into our skincare. All right, the skincare has the highest profit. Climate Control is amazing, and you sell one Climate Control, you're going to make $32 when you buy it at 50% off. All of our skincare does exactly what it says it's going to do. You do not have to worry about anybody not loving that stuff, and it's one of those things that they're going to use fast, and they're going to need more in 3 to 6 months. Whereas a Lip Sense color, as fun as it is, there's only so many that they're going to keep, and they're not going to, this stuff lasts 6 months minimum, right? And so that's not going to be a fast reorder thing like skincare is. They're going to go through skincare a lot faster, and the profits are higher. So definitely get into selling skincare, and your PV is going to go up super fast. And then also ask yourself, do you want to sell from your stock, or do you only want to do customer orders, pre-orders, or do you want to kind of do a mix of both? I personally do both. I constantly have pre-orders. I ask people, I ask follow-ups, I follow up with previous customers, but I also have stock that I sell from, because there's just that momentum and that excitement when I can say, hey, I've got 3 Bougainvillea glosses left, who wants them? Or I, buy the skincare because I'm thinking of this certain person that I know their child has been struggling with acne. So I go to them and I say, hey, I ordered this for you. Don't feel obligated to it, but just know I've got it here when you're ready. And maybe 3 or 4 days go by, and then I can immediately deliver that product to them. Again, that's just a value that you can add as a distributor, is having immediate delivery, because they could pretty much go to anybody, anywhere, and any distributor could order it for them. But if you've got it on hand, you lock in that sale. It's just easier to sell physical stock. Again, don't feel the pressure to do that, but just realize that is a selling strategy. Either way, just to have a plan to order and sell a minimum of 300 PV before placing that very first order each month. And there's no right or wrong way to do it. You just need to do what works best for you and brings you the highest profits. Because after all, isn't that what we're here for? Like I said at the beginning, we're here to make money. We're not here to waste our time. So to maximize our income potential with the company, they make it so easy and the bar is so low. And you can do this. Do not ever tell yourself that you don't have time, or that you can't sell something and that nobody would ever buy anything from you. Like, you've been led to this team for a reason, and this company has given you the tools to do it. So let's have an organized plan for selling 6 collections. Okay, and even at some point you may want to say, I want to sell 300 PV each week. I want to sell 6 collections each week, either by online or personal demos, events, parties, or taking individual orders through contacts and social media. But what I'm asking you to do is have a plan for that. Work this business, as like I said in a previous video, as if you invested $100,000 cash of your own money. Give yourself the best opportunity for success, and just watch it bloom. When you put that much energy into something and you pay attention to what you're doing, and you're paying attention as you're placing your orders in the back office, and you're watching that PV accumulate, and you're watching your discount go up, that's what you want. You want high profits so that you can, or you want high discounts so that you can have high profits.